Yo, what's going on, people? You're through to Elps at TVKO. Thank you for watching. Always appreciate it. So, it's been a great week for boxing. Obviously, last week we had Saul Canelo versus Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. And yeah, you know, some people had it down as controversial. Some people said it was the right result. It was a polarizing fight, another magnificent fight between the two. The first fight was also brilliant, I thought, and I certainly wouldn't mind a third fight to complete the trilogy. I think would be fantastic. But what that fight has done for me is kind of made me reflect on the middleweight division, which personally, I was talking to a few of my friends about this recently, and personally, I feel like the middleweight division currently in boxing is probably the most exciting division there is. Of course, now Canelo is, you know, middleweight king. He dethroned Golovkin. I personally had Golovkin winning that fight, ironically by the same score which the two deciding judges gave it to Canelo. I had it as 115 to 113 in favour of Golovkin, but as it stands, Canelo got the decision, and you know what? I weren't really too pissed about it. He fought brilliantly. I think he's at the peak of his powers. Some of the things he was doing in that fight, the way he was dodging a lot of Golovkin's shots, the way he was ripping shots to the body, his hand speed was great. He hit with real ferocity throughout the fight, and just looked brilliant in the fight, and looked the better of the two, if we're being honest. But as it was, look, I felt Golovkin won. I wasn't too disappointed that Canelo got the decision. It could have gone either way. It was a great fight. But Canelo is now the king of the middleweight division. But underneath him are some real interesting contenders, man. And I would love to see Canelo in with any one of them. You know, there are a lot of heavy hitters at the weight right now, in the shape of Danny Jacobs, who for me is a fantastic fighter, always good to watch in Falling. Again, heavy-handed, comes to take you out, very quick hands, a very fit fighter as well, durable, good stamina. That would be a fantastic fight with him versus Canelo. You got the likes of Billy Joe Saunders, an absolutely fantastic boxer, fleet of foot. I think his movement could give Canelo a lot of problems. I don't think he'd want any part of Billy Joe, if I'm honest with you. Of all the people he could fight, Billy Joe would probably be the fighter with the best chance of beating him, in my opinion. The movement could be a real problem for Canelo. Then there's the likes of Jamal Charlo, who of course now operates fully at middleweight and just looks like an absolute monster. Again, hits with real bad intentions and can actually box pretty fucking well. So again, him versus Canelo would be another fight that would be would have me drooling, to be honest. Then you've even got the likes of Peter Quillen that's in there, who recently came back, looked decent. You got the likes of David Lemieux, who recently wiped out Spike O'Sullivan. I'm not sure David Lemieux would make it in my top 5 of middleweights, but still a guy that you have to be wary of. Still a fighter of good pedigree. And then of course there's the dark horse of the division in Chris Eubank Jr. should he decide, and in my opinion he should, to go back down to 160, where I think he would do his best work. He would be a name that would certainly be a fantastic you know, a name just to have around that division that would offer a decent fight to anyone in the top 6. So yeah, it's a magnificent state of play at the moment in the middleweight division, and for me at the moment, it's probably got me most interested. You know, we always know that the welterweight division has got a lot of talented boxers in it. It's stacked with names, but the infuriating thing about the welterweight division is we do not get enough fights from these guys. These are guys that are fighting maybe once a year. That for me is not enough, and that's always been the problem with the welterweights. I call it maybe the Floyd effect, you know. But even he had 2 fights in a year, but you know, it's the diva effect, where a lot of these fighters think they're above their station and don't want to fight each other. I feel like at the middleweight division, there's a real opportunity to get some real tantalizing fights to determine who is, you know, who's gonna, which one of the pretenders is gonna, you know, really pose a challenge to Canelo. At this moment in time, for me, Canelo against any one of them, is a firm favourite. I think he would probably beat all of them. I forgot to mention Demetrius Andrade, who's operating at 160. Of course, he's fighting Billy Joe, I believe in November, and that will be a very intriguing fight. Believe me, Demetrius Andrade is a top fighter. He really is, and that will be a fantastic and interesting watch against Billy Joe. He could pose a threat to Canelo. He's massive at the weight, so there's a lot of contenders for Canelo to think about, and for me, I'm excited, man. Hopefully some of these fights get made, and yeah, like I say, it'll just be a fantastic spectacle no matter which fights are made amongst that top 8. But interesting times ahead. Who will Canelo face next? Will we see a trilogy between himself and Golovkin? Time will tell. I would love to see it. I think Golovkin deserves a chance. I think he's had 2 decisions go against him. I think in the first fight, I felt he won that. I think most people were in agreement that Golovkin won the first fight. The second fight was closer. Canelo looked better. He looked better. Certainly out of the 2, looked the more technical, gifted, sharper, accurate shots, landing on Golovkin, but Golovkin did what champions do, changed his game and came on strong in the second half of the fight, and for me, I don't think he deserved to lose that fight either, so it is what it is. But based on that, I do believe that Golovkin should get a third crack at it, and yeah, that would be fantastic if it could happen. But like most people think, I actually cannot see a trilogy happening, which will leave a very interesting question of where does Golovkin go from here. But anyway, guys, that's just my opinion on the state of affairs in the middleweight division. Very interesting. I'm very excited, and I can't wait to see what happens next. But guys, as per usual, leave it in the comments below. You guys let me know what you think about the middleweight division. Is Canelo the certified #1? Would you like to see a trilogy, or do you think that you'd rather see Canelo fight one of the contenders that I've mentioned in the video? Let me know. But guys, for now, it's else TVKO, and I'm out of it.